Happy Tuesday evening, everyone, and welcome to our 15-minute Queen Street America discussion session. And I promise this will be short and sweet, but packed with useful information and tips to help you market the QSA Plan, our very special cancer insurance policy to consumers. Hi. Hey, this is Chris Weaver, and I have the honor of serving as the founder, president, and CEO of QSA. And thanks for joining the call. Hey, as an FYI, I have everyone on mute to eliminate those on the call listening to your barking dog or yelling at the kids or ordering your dinner through the drive-thru. And seriously, I've heard anything and everything possible over the years on a conference call, so muting is a good safety tip. First, let me begin by saying that QSA extends its thoughts and prayers to everyone in Moore, Oklahoma. What a tragedy, and underscores the need for preparedness in the event of a Mother Nature-inspired event like we all witnessed. Now to the subject of tonight's call. Hey, Queen Street America is a marketing organization that is devoted quite simply to two major objectives. First, introducing the QSA Plan, our cancer insurance policy, to consumers in an effort to help them contend with the high cost associated with a cancer treatment experience. And second, provide part-time or full-time business opportunities to women. And for the men on the call, yes, even you guys too. And I'm often asked, Chris, why cancer insurance? Well, I'm entering my 30th year in the cancer insurance industry, and the reasons why I started way back when are even more compelling this day. The cancer occurrence facts are sobering, spine straightening, and it seems they are in the news every single day. For example, 3 out of 4 families are affected by cancer. To put this in perspective, next time you are in your kid's carpool line, look at the cars 3 ahead of you or the 3 cars behind you. Now just imagine, based on the statistics, that someone in 3 out of 4 cars, maybe even your car, will have an incidence of cancer in their lifetime. Or look at the 3 people ahead of you in the checkout line at the store, or the 3 tables next to you at McDonald's. It does, in fact, straighten your spine, doesn't it? And consider this. 1 out of 2 men will endure a cancer occurrence, and 1 out of 3 women will. And regrettably, in children's ages 1 to 14, cancer is the leading cause of death. Folks, none of us chooses to get cancer. However, we can choose to prepare ourselves for the costs associated with providing your family the best possible cancer care. And this is the role the QSA Plan can play. Now, and this is why I am as passionate today as I was 30 years ago about the need for cancer insurance. And if you've seen the thousands of claim testimonials I have over that time, over those 30 years, and they have been thousands, you would be passionate as I am. Hey, listen, the QSA Plan is designed for middle Americans. And why is that? Well, rich folks don't need our cancer insurance policy because they're rich, and poor folks simply need broader forms of basic health insurance coverage. And dig this, just last week, National Public Radio reported on a study about cancer costs. And let me quote directly from the transcript of the story. Quote, when the diagnosis is cancer, the expenses can pile up in a hurry. Even people with insurance can face steep co-payments for drugs, a sizable share of hospital bills, and significant incidentals. These side effects of cancer care are sometimes even called financial toxicity. The people they researched, folks, were middle Americans. And also last week, the New York Times reported that a study of cancer patients in Washington State found they were twice as likely to file for bankruptcy as people without cancer. So how do we translate and transition these facts and figures and weekly news stories about cancer to those we are talking with about the QSA Plan? First, please recognize that everyone is a prospect, and I'm very serious about that. Everyone is a prospect. Now, I realize that some of you may be hesitant to just walk up and say, you need this cancer policy. And frankly, I'm not suggesting that at all. I am suggesting, even urging, that you become skilled at casually sharing with folks what you do and how the QSA Plan might, in fact, be a benefit to them and their family. Second, Follow the QSA Plan sales conversation as demonstrated in the training videos in the training segment of the QSA website. This compliance-approved presentation is designed to allow you to effectively share the features and the benefits of our cancer insurance policy with others. And now listen, if you want to become effective at marketing the QSA Plan, then become effective in delivering the QSA sales conversation. It's not hard, folks. It just takes practice and maybe even a bit more on top of that. Third, and I can't stress this one enough, remember that while most people are aware of the cost of cancer because of what they've read or stories about others they've heard about, many of those same people have never heard of cancer insurance. This is your chance, and this is your opportunity to be a professional QSA rep to help him or her realize that the QSA Plan is designed to fit every budget and every family situation. For example, what individual or family wouldn't find $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 or $60,000 or $70,000 invaluable when a covered internal cancer is diagnosed? These benefits can be used to help with coinsurance, deductibles, second opinions, family care, lost income, and the list goes on and on and on. If you don't believe me, just ask any family who has had to deal with cancer. And what individual family would want to take full advantage of the QSA Plan's wellness benefit? This important wellness benefit pays $100 per year to each insured for many diagnostic screenings and preventative tests. The QSA Plan provides incentives to policyholders to get the tests that may actually save their lives. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but Chris, it is not just that easy. I keep talking to folks about the QSA Plan, but they don't say yes. Well, let's think about all of this together for a minute. There are three things that will drive your success in marketing the QSA Plan. The three things are the number of people you talk with, the effectiveness of your sales conversation, and how you ask for the sale. Now let's think about the number of people you talk with. As I said earlier, everyone is a prospect, but not every prospect realizes it. That's why you need to develop your list of prospects and constantly add to that list. Getting referrals is the best way to add to your prospect list. We talk about gaining referrals in the QSA training segments. Study this section over and over and over again. And now, just because you have a list of prospects doesn't mean squat. You have to pick up the phone, or you have to get nose to nose or belly to belly and say with passion, I have something I need to show you. May I have 5 minutes? A fire in your belly, a fire that others can feel and sense, is one of the most compelling and contagious things in this universe. And you know what's great? It's that you are in control of that fire in your belly. You want to be compelling. You want to be contagious. Get that fire stoked in your belly. Stoke it each day by thinking to yourself, and I'm serious about this, how would I feel if I had the chance to share the QSA Plan with her or him and did not, but later found out she or he was diagnosed with cancer? How would you feel? How would they feel if they had a chance to purchase this QSA Plan but did not because you did not spend 5 minutes with them? Does this sound heavy-hearted? Well, there's nothing light-hearted about cancer, folks. Okay, now let's talk about the effectiveness of your sales conversation. I want you to be honest with me. If I called out your name on this call to ask you to give the QSA Plan conversation to the rest of us, could you, in a word-perfect way, and could you deliver it so that the rest of us on the call could feel your fire in your belly? Could you? If right now you're hoping I don't call out your name, then you've not mastered the sales conversation. Folks, you are a sales thespian, a person on stage. Each and every time you are in front of a prospect, Your prospect deserves the best performance from you, and I say that with great respect. They deserve a satisfying sales show, a terrific sales experience. So practice your lines, darn it, and if you do, you'll hear the applause many times. And that's when your prospect says, yes, I see the value of the QSA plan, and I want to purchase it. Finally, asking for the sale is only effective if you've given an effective and compelling QSA plan sales conversation. Asking for the sale goes like this. Hey, Gloria, cancer isn't something we talk about in general conversations, and yet we all know the risks. Most of us have fairly intimate knowledge of what someone goes through as a result of a cancer diagnosis, and very few of us have money sitting in the bank that would be needed to fight back if a diagnosis comes. So the time to purchase your QSA plan is before your doctor informs you of a diagnosis. Doesn't that make sense? And not everyone can qualify. For example, if you've had cancer before or some certain precancerous conditions, you may not qualify. Before we see if you qualify, would you like to know how much the QSA plan would cost per month? And rates are based on age, whether or not you use nicotine, and if you want to cover your spouse and or perhaps your children. So let's take a look. Now, folks, I just quoted exactly from the sales conversation. And after let's take a look, you move directly to the rate sheet. And from here, you follow the rest of the process found on page 4 of the sales conversation script. And you can see it modeled on our training videos. It really is that simple, but you need to practice the process over and over again. So have you noticed some constant themes so far? Everyone is a prospect because every one of us is at risk of receiving a cancer diagnosis. You must be diligent in working your prospect list each and every day. You add to your prospect list by asking for referrals each and every day. You can only become effective if you learn, and I mean really learn, the sales conversation. Your success will be cut short if you take shortcuts with the sales conversation. And you, and only you, can ask for the sale by following the process, the compliance-approved process outlined in the sales conversation. Learn this process, and you'll find the number of prospects who say yes will absolutely make you giggle. Well, thanks, folks, for dialing in. I'm almost at my time limit. We'll circulate an email with a digital recording of tonight's call for future reference. I mean, you may have found a couple of nuggets of information that will be the turning point in your ability to communicate effectively the QSA plan to others. And we'll put this recording on the QSA website in the rep portal area for use in training as well. Hey, we appreciate all that you are doing each and every day to help QSA introduce the QSA plan to families across the country. And remember that success with QSA is a matter of focusing on just a few things and doing them with passion and doing them with conviction. You follow that simple formula, and I can guarantee you, each of you, that you will do good for others, and you will do well for yourself and your family, and you will have some fun along the way. And that ain't too shabby, my friends. Hey, may your God bless you, and may your God bless your family. Bye for now.
Thank you. Please stand by.